First and 10.
Mike 6. Mike 6. You must be dreaming.
They run the option here on first and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Defense, let's go. Mike 6. Mike 6. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Rolling to his right. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Third down here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
On first and 10, Fitzpatrick. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Dobbins. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
It's a gain of 8.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On on third down. Here's Dobbins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go, team.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Raven first down.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 44. What we got?
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Get in the right room. Mike 55.
On 2nd down, Tua. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And it's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here we go. 31's the mic. I got it. 31's the mic. They can't hang with us.
On play action, here's Tua. Quick slant to Brown. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Hey, check Mike 6.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Fitzpatrick. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with?
I got you. 34.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, color. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, check Mike.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check Mike 6.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Hey, check Mike 6.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this ball's going to be touched out just shy of midfield. So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
35. Check. Strong.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
A gain of 14.
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
A loss of 9 yards.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to launch. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Tua. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
11. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
.4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. 30. 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Baltimore.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And he finds McLaurin. And some room to work. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.